I used to be an extremely pessimistic person. I always wanted to achieve big things, but whenever I dared to think outside of the box, my inner critic would show up immediately and just be like, you can't do it, you're not good enough. Like, I wanted to achieve those things, but it was just way too hard for me to believe that I'm worthy enough to do that. So it was really hard to live this way, and whatever I wanted to do, it became like this huge chore. Um, I couldn't feel pleasure out of it. Like I couldn't really feel just that joy and like be playful. So it was like trying to please this invisible person, and I wasn't in the flow. I actually wasn't in the flow. I was actually really unaligned, and I didn't know it because I had no idea about all these things. But I was super unaligned, and to me, that was normal back then. Even though I always felt on some level that something's off, to me, it was normal. But thinking back of it now, it was like if my life was a symphony, it would have been like totally off key. And like whatever I was doing, it just wasn't good enough. And I was like this due to things in my life which have molded me in a certain way. Like, I of course wouldn't be this way unless I had negative experiences before in my life. So, it was just because me facing my own fears and opening up my heart chakra and healing myself that I've realized that life actually isn't so negative, that things that have happened to me in the past doesn't define what's going to happen in the future, and that it doesn't have to be so hard, that I don't have to be so strict with myself, push myself so hard. And that was probably the craziest thing for me to grasp, because I had to completely change all of my beliefs, not all of them, but I had to let go of a lot of bad beliefs and just move into this new energy. So, hey, my name is Mary. I'm a coach and a healer, and welcome back to my channel. Today, we are talking about how to get everything that you want in your life. So, let's get right into it. First thing, let go of everything and everyone who isn't serving you. If you want to rebuild yourself and start over, or just achieve something that you haven't achieved before, you need to make space for it. And that goes physically, mentally, emotionally. So you need to start with a fresh slate to build something you haven't built before. You can't build a house on top of a garbage dump. First of all the old stuff has to go. And what I mean by that is clear out your apartment. Like, let go of all the stuff, like all the junk that's just around your house. Throw out old clothes, old things that you no longer use. Mentally and emotionally, that means letting go of beliefs or even people that don't serve you anymore. If you have a lot of trauma from your past relationships, from your childhood, go to therapy, speak to somebody. Speaking actually helps a lot. Physically, you can also do a cleanse, a detox. It's the new year, so you might as well start with a clean gut. Get some teas, some herbal teas. I love Ayurveda. So another thing you can use is shilajit, natural shilajit raisin. It's really, really cleansing. Like I drink it every morning and I feel way more energetic now. I have 10% discount in my bio. You can use that. So another thing you can do is just take a paper and write down all of the stuff that no longer serves you. All of the stuff that, like the negativity in your life. Write it all down and burn it. It's about the intention, but burn it. But I offer therapy as well, so you can apply for a one-on-one session with me. But if you can't afford therapy, then just go and start healing your own chakras. Chakra healing, you can do that by yourself. You just read, you do meditations. It's simple. All the information is online. And it's like a map. Like you know exactly what to do when you just clear your chakras. So just do something, because if you don't have anyone to blame but yourself. So just do something. It's easy, it's fun. Like I swear to you, chakra healing is life changing. So do it now whilst you're young, because the older you become, the harder it is to change your habits. Honestly. So let go of everything and everyone who isn't serving you. Toxic people, toxic situations, toxic beliefs, toxic stuff. It doesn't even have to be toxic, just unnecessary stuff. Oh, second thing, become the person that has all these things already that you desire for yourself in the future. What is this person like? Is she successful? Is she in a positive relationship? Is she wealthy? Is she healthy? Like, what are all those things that you want? And how is this person? What is this person like? How does she live her life? How does she show up? What does she do every day? How does this person act? Like, before I started doing therapies and before I went and started my own business, I couldn't even imagine and grasp in my mind how I would ever be a business owner. And to me, I just imagined it as waking up in the morning, having my own time to do things as I like, not having to work 9 to 5, not having to wake up super early. How does that feel to you, to be this person that you want to be? And what does this person do? Does she do yoga, for example? Does she meditate? Does she eat good? Does she drink teas? Does she, I don't know, does she go out on walks? Just be like this person more and more every day. Imagine this person in your head. Really make them a real person that exists and start to step into their energy. She already exists. She already exists in your head. So you just have to step into her qualities. You already have those qualities. You just need to resonate more on this energy and be more intentional with your time, with how you spend your time. What kind of thoughts is she thinking? How does she think about herself? How does she feel every day? Is she feeling negatively? I don't think so. She's probably feeling positive. She's probably feeling hopeful. So ask yourself, whenever you feel scared to do something or start something new, what would this version of me that already succeeded do? What would she do? You are going to succeed, but you need to think like a person who succeeds. So it's all in your head. And the limits that it's impossible or whatever, nothing is impossible. Those are just lies in your head. So that brings me to the third thing. Third thing, reprogram your mind. This is extremely powerful, especially if you have had a lot of negative beliefs installed in you and you start to deconstruct them. You can now, in their place, put new, way more positive beliefs. You can put way more positive programs. So basically, we live in a world where anything is possible. Nothing stands behind our realm of possibility. If you want to become a musician, an artist, a doctor, a millionaire, even, in our mind, we often put these limits on ourselves, like it's impossible. That's like not. People have done it. People have done it. It's almost like the Matrix, where when you think about it, these limits, they're invisible, but they are there. But people have done it, so it's not impossible. It's just we think it's impossible because we have not seen it. But just because you haven't seen $1,000,000 doesn't mean $1,000,000 isn't there, right? So because of this programming we got imposed on us at school, as society, as a child you had big dreams, right? And you thought anything was possible. For example, me, I've always wanted to be a singer. I've always wanted to be a musician. And that was my dream as a kid. I loved to sing and I still do, but I believed that that was too crazy. Like, I believed that it wasn't possible. But why is it too crazy? Because not everyone succeeds. Who is to say that I wouldn't be the one that succeeds? Because if I wanted it bad enough, I could succeed. Do you see? It's not impossible. It's just because we don't get nurtured, we don't get motivated, we don't get pushed in the right direction when we need. But if you had all of those things, you could literally do anything. Like if you had a good life coach, for example, if you had a good business coach, mentor, anybody to help you, push you, you can do anything. So now I see that. Like before I didn't, I was a child and my parents, they did the best that they could, God bless them, but they weren't brought up in an environment where they were motivated to go after their dreams either. So it is just passed down generation by generation, the scarcity mindset, the slack mindset, and that's what we need to deconstruct. So remove these programs in your head, out of your head, because that's all they are. They're programs. And they are blocking you from development, from further development. So they are not real. And by believing these things, you block your manifestation, you block your ability to dream. And the dreaming is the first step towards creating something beautiful. So reprogram your mind. Okay. Fourth thing. If you've been manifesting for a while, especially, you might have run into this problem, being too attached to your manifestation. So you need to detach yourself from the thing that you want. You need to detach, especially your worth, from the thing that you want. This is extremely important because otherwise you can never attract the thing. And that is because that puts you in the energy of lack. If you're too attached to something, that puts you in the energy of scarcity. So there is an immense power in detaching. When you are attached to the things that you want to get, it basically pushes them away from you. Example, imagine this on a relationship. A guy went on a date with two different girls. One of the girls, she texts him all the time. Like imagine this is you with the universe. She texts him all the time. She needs him desperately. Like otherwise, without him, her life isn't complete. And he can tell that she's not fulfilled. He can tell that she needs him too much. He is the universe, by the way, in this scenario. She is looking for something more than he can provide. Like she is looking to complete herself. And this guy is also texting this other girl. And this other girl, she's relaxed. She just lets it flow however it flows. She knows what's meant for her will find her. She's not pushing it. And most importantly, she isn't desperate. Which one do you think that he's going to hang out with rather? Of course, the relaxed one. And the same thing works with the universe. Whether you're manifesting money, whether you're manifesting a job, business, a relationship, you need to chill out. You want to attract abundance, you need to already feel and be grateful for all the abundance in your life. You need to feel abundant. You have a lot of abundance in your life. You have a lot to be grateful for in your life. Just be happy with what you have. That is the best way to attract whatever you want to attract to yourself. You want to attract a loving relationship? Love yourself. Give yourself love. Give yourself dates. Give yourself gifts. Give yourself what you want. Whatever you want to attract, you need to be in the same energy of the thing. Do not put it on a pedestal, out of reach. Already be on the same level. Put it on the same level as you. It's okay, like, I want to be abundant. Like, I'm already abundant, you know? I'm already rich. I got all of these amazing clients. I've got all of these amazing supporters, followers. I am already on the same level of my manifestation, and that's how I attract it to myself. So I do not make a big fuss about it. Either it comes or it doesn't. I'll be fine either way. Whatever is meant for me will find me. And I know everything will always work out, anyways. And if it doesn't work out the way I want it, then it will work out even better. So if something doesn't show up, it's just because it wasn't meant for me. It wasn't right for me. If a guy doesn't text back, bye. He wasn't meant for you. If a client doesn't text back, if like the job offer doesn't come through, if whatever, it's not meant for you. Next. Period. Next. You shall get something even better in return. You will see. You will see. So, fifth thing. This brings me to the fifth thing. Be grateful for what you already have. This will ultimately teach you to not cling onto your manifestations. And because after all, it's not so important to get your manifestations. You already have so much in your life. You already have all that you need in your life. There is so many things you can be grateful for. Your health, if you're healthy. You have two eyes. Take this or leave this if this doesn't resonate with your situation. But you have two arms, you have two legs, like you have a healthy mind. You can breathe fresh air. You have a roof over your head. You have food. You have a phone or a tablet to watch this video. You have so much. So there are many blessings in your life. And if you can't see them, you need to change your perspective. Don't be spoiled. The universe doesn't like that. The universe likes to hear us being grateful. Don't take what you have for granted. You might not have it tomorrow. There are people who would die to be in your shoes. Literally. There are people who would die to be in your shoes. And the universe, God, likes to be appreciated. He's also a consciousness, and he deserves our appreciation for all that he does for us. So don't complain for what you don't have. Instead, turn over that thinking and cherish what you do have. Do the work. It will work out. You just gotta believe in yourself. Whether it takes a month or a year, if you keep showing up, you will see the results. So I hope that this helped you to change your perspective at least a little bit. And I'm running a free abundancy manifestation workshop on the 15th. I would love to see you there. So definitely apply for it in the link down there. And I will also be running a full 7-week program called the Abundancy Accelerator, where we will do all these things I spoke about here, but in much more depth. So definitely, if this resonated with you, be at the free workshop on the 15th or apply and join my Abundancy Manifestation 7-week program, which is gonna happen on the 5th. So definitely, I would love to see you there. Have the most blessed day, and I hope to see you again on this channel. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe. And yeah, have a beautiful day.